everybody see? Four of Hearts. Congratulations. $130, folks.
Welcome to our Monday night Memorial Day cruise night. And as you all know, you know why we're here, honoring all our military personnel that did not return. So we have a Veterans Day, but today is honoring our fallen members of the United States Armed Forces. To start off, I'd like to introduce the president of the Worth Cruisers, John Shera. John?
Thank you all so very much, and thank you, Vice President Bruce Quintos. And he's my right-hand man. This is the man that's responsible for all of our activities, and he put together quite a good program for us here this evening. So on behalf of the Worth Cruisers Car Club, we welcome you. We thank you so much for being out tonight. And with that, I would like to welcome the Mars Myers Post 991 Present Colors.
Carry colors. Forward, color. Hill, hill, hill. Mark time, march. Color guard. Halt. Lift, pace. Present colors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Order, color. Parade, rest.
At this time, we're going to call on our mayor, Mary Warner.
I would like to thank the Worth Cruisers Board and their members for sponsoring this Memorial Day service. As always, I am honored to be speaking with you on such an important occasion. April 29th of this year marked the 50th anniversary of the death of the last two American soldiers to die on Vietnam soil. In the final stage of the offensive against Saigon, a North Vietnamese rocket attack on Tan Son Nhut Air Base resulted in the death of two U.S. Marines, Corporal Charles McMahon and Lance Corporal Darwin Lee Judge. Charles McMahon, who was 11 days short of his 22nd birthday, was from Woburn, Massachusetts, and Darwin Judge, who was only 19 years old, was an Eagle Scout from Marshalltown, Iowa. McMahon and Judge were members of the Marine Security Guard Battalion at the U.S. Embassy, Saigon. They were providing security for the Defense Attaché office adjacent to the airport in Saigon. McMahon had arrived in Saigon on April 18th, a mere 11 days prior to the attack. In accordance with procedures for deceased Americans in Vietnam, their bodies were transferred to the Saigon Adventist Hospital near the airport. In telephone calls to the hospital on the afternoon of April 29th, the few remaining staff had advised that the bodies had been evacuated. Operation Frequent Wind, which was the American evacuation of Saigon, was completed that following day, April 30th, 1975, and unfortunately, it became apparent that the bodies of McMahon and Judge were left behind. Senator Edward M. Kennedy of Massachusetts, through diplomatic channels, secured the return of the bodies, but not until the following year. The transfer of the bodies took place on February 22, 1976, at Tan Yuen Hoot Airport to two of Kennedy's aides. Their caskets were loaded on an Air France Caravelle jet, which was chartered by the United Nations, and they were flown to Bangkok to be received by a U.S. military honor guard. On February 26, 1976, the Central Identification Laboratory in Hawaii identified the remains of both USMC Lance Corporal Darwin Lee Judge and USMC Corporal Charles McMahon Jr., who at that time were reported missing in Vietnam. Judge was buried with full military honors in March of 1976 in his hometown in Iowa. There was a flag-draped coffin, a Marine honor guard, and a rifle firing salute. The flag that covered his coffin was folded and presented to his parents. Charles McMahon similarly was buried at the Woodbrook Cemetery in Woburn, Massachusetts. The average age of the American service member who died in the Vietnam War was just 23 years old, and a significant portion, 61% of those killed, were younger than 21, and in fact, 11,465 were under the age of 20. It's almost unbelievable that the average age of American soldiers who also died in the Korean War as well as World War II was around 27, but the most common age of death was a mere 19 years old. Events like today are to honor those who made the ultimate sacrifice so that we can all gather on a Monday night in a sea of asphalt and enjoy the camaraderie and the freedom that we must never take for granted. I hope and I pray that these type of events that we're holding today will help our children and our grandchildren understand the significance, but more importantly, the history of Memorial Day, because as Winston Churchill famously quoted, those that fail to learn from history are doomed to repeat it.
Rifle team, please honor us with a rifle salute and play taps.
Well, John and I would like to thank everybody for coming out tonight, and we're going to be repeating the program on 9/11. We'll be letting everybody know. Right now, if we could, we'd like to announce our trophy winners, right, John?
Yes, sir. Every Monday night, we give out 2 trophies, usually to a couple of cars that never have been here before. It doesn't have to be a trophy-winning show car. It could be a beater, anything that we've never seen before. So tonight, our judges picked out, this gentleman's name is Deck, who has a beautiful 76 Caddy, a white Eldorado. I believe it's parked down the line here on this side.
Declan. It's a good
Okay, I believe this guy's real name is Declan.
Declan!
Oh, we call him Deck.
Here he comes.
Where? I don't see.
Yeah, well, he's a very short, small-statured man. So,
Let's give it to this guy. Congratulations, my man.
Declan, we love you.
Thank you, Mike. Love you guys.
For your mugshot.
Okay, what
Our cameraman, Bobby G.
what pocket you keep the wallet in?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Bob.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you. And then the next one goes to a gentleman named Jim, who I understand has a 73 Red Charger.
Thanks, Bobby.
Hey, Declan, you want your American Express card?
You can't leave home without it, right?
He did get you.
Oh, what was the guy's name, Jim?
Yeah, Jim, he's coming right now. This looks like a Jim. Don't we have any short people here anymore? Oh, Renee.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Jim. Turn around for a cameraman, please.
Here we go. Looking this way. Yeah, one more time. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you again, Jim, and congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, that pretty much concludes our program for this evening, but don't run off. You can stay here as long as you like. And of course, the dues are due. Anybody who wants to step up here, $20 for the year. If you're a new member, never been here before, you're signing up for the first time, we give you a free t-shirt. There's your 20 bucks worth right there. And what else? We had hats for sale, but I think we only got one left.
We got one, John. One hat.
One hat left, so this could be a very special item if you buy this one hat. And I think that's it. What else do we have? Any announcements?
We got one more.
Go ahead.
May 31st, we got a car show coming up at Ozinga Field, and we're going to have flyers, and we're going to be passing those out. That's going to be from 9 to 4, Ozinga Field, an auto show. Come up, take a look at the poster.
We have a Power Wheel show for the kids.
Oh, there's going to be a Power Wheel show for the kids, so it's going to be a great family day. Okay, we got all the information up here. So, hey, Bobby, this is
Just had the old.
okay. John, back to the music.
Okay, on behalf of the Worth Cruisers, we thank you so very much for joining us. And don't forget, we're here every Monday night, weather permitting, till the end of October. Thank you very much. Have a great evening.